Which poses a greater threat to world peace, Iran or North Korea? We've all heard the expression, stuck between a rock and a hard place. This expression has two meanings. Meaning one being that you are faced with two extremely difficult options that you cannot choose between. The second definition being that you are opposing two dangerous forces, both of which weighing down on you and putting you into increasingly dangerous situations that you might not be able to deal with. The second definition is what the world faces with Iran and North Korea, two dangerous countries that seem to be on the brink of war and starting another world war. But one of these is clearly the lesser of two evils. A Hill article from July 23, 2021 says that Iran's leaders and its people are more rational. We see this in the Iran nuclear deal, a deal that says that Iran is limiting its nuclear testing and limiting the amount of nuclear products that they can make. This shows that Iran's leaders are willing to communicate with the outside world. They are willing to negotiate, and they are willing to set compromises that may lesser their power but keep the world safe. This is not what North Korea is willing to do. North Korea is extremely famous for being a country that locks its doors to the outside and does not let information out or in easily. This means that North Korea is not willing to negotiate with the rest of the world, unlike Iran, which, yes, does have extreme weapons and extreme beliefs, but we see that they are willing to negotiate, and that is the clear difference. Why is North Korea worse? North Korea is worse because of one person, Kim Jong-un, a man who hates the U.S. with his entire passion. This is a man who has made statements through the media against Donald Trump and continues to today that say that he is going to destroy the U.S., he is going to take back what we took from him and regain North Korea's former power. This shows that Kim Jong-un is willing to do almost anything to get what he wants, and what he wants is South Korea's land and the destruction of the United States. We see this in media statements from him, media statements from his people, and in small things like stamps. One stamp depicted nuclear warheads streaming towards the Capitol, showing that he clearly wants to destroy us. This is very dangerous because Kim Jong-un has spread his rhetoric to his people. We see this in a Business Insider article from March 7, 2018, where a former escapee of North Korea said that in school they were taught math equations. This doesn't seem very dangerous, but then you look at how they were doing this. According to the escapee of North Korea, they were told, there are 4 American bastards. You kill 2 of them. How many American bastards are left to kill? This shows that North Korea is spreading its rhetoric to its children, the innocent and those who should not be indoctrinated into a society of destruction and war. Children and everyone are trained from a young age to hate the United States. They are fed false information about us, just as we are fed false information about them, put out by their president. This shows that Kim Jong-un is extremely dangerous because he is willing to drag others down with him. This isn't just his belief, he's making sure that it's everyone's belief. The second reason why North Korea is worse than Iran is because of their continuation of testing nuclear warheads. According to a BBC article from October 4th, 2021, North Korea continues to test missiles. They continue to push their weapons programs to as far as they will go to destroy the U.S. This is dangerous, as they are able to hit us with nuclear missiles. At any point, they could launch attacks against the U.S. and against many other countries, starting global chaos and another world war. And we know that this could happen because of Kim Jong-un and his rhetoric. We know that he is willing to go to war with us. And we know that he likes displaying his power because of large military parades and continued statements and tests, clearly meant as shows to show the world what he can do and what he is willing to do to get what he wants. What could happen if North Korea goes to war? According to a Vox article from February 28, 2018, and James Stavridis, an American who spent time in the military and is now one of the greatest minds dealing with the North Korea problem. Both of these sources show that a war with North Korea would be devastating for us and them, but Kim Jong-un doesn't care. A war with them could lead to nearly 1 million deaths or more. This shows that a war with them is way too risky to go into, and we need to start changing things for the better. We need to show North Korea that we are not the monsters that we think they are, and we need to start understanding that not all of their people are the monsters that we think they are. People there may want to leave, but they can't show it because of these harsh laws and harsh treatment from the government. We need to understand more about North Korea, and North Korea needs to understand more about us. This is how we can try to solve these issues, not by showing them that we are a greater power. This just leads to contests that would lead to further anger from both sides, which can only lead down a rabbit hole that we do not want to look into. We need to go through negotiation. We know that this will be a hard option, but again, stuck between a rock and a hard place. What would you rather do? Try to negotiate with North Korea for a while, but keeping them from going to war, or go to war with them and lose thousands of people in a war against North Korea? Judge, thank you for judging this round, and thank you for volunteering your time.